Hello, welcome back. It's so good to see you. I hope that everyone had a great Christmas. But Christmas is over. So now we have to think towards New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all new beginnings. So I thought to bring in the new year, I guess, we could do a New Year's Eve true crime. Now I went searching and searching and searching for New Year's Eve crimes, and there was hardly any New Year's Eve true crime. And I'm like, there must just not be a lot of people reporting, like writing articles and stuff about it, because I know that people get arrested every New Year's Eve for random things. A lot of it is for like drunk driving, but some of it's because some crazy stuff goes down. But I guess not a lot of articles have been written about that, because I only found like 3 stories. One of them was just boring. The other one has been reported on like so many times, so it's just like I didn't want to do that. But I did find one story. There were a few articles, but not very many, and I don't think anybody has done any true crime videos about it, not that I was able to find. So I was like, cool, I'll go ahead and share that. So yeah, let me just say one more time, I hope everyone had a very great Christmas. But now that Christmas is over, let's move on to New Year's. So this is going to be a true crime story that happened on New Year's Eve in 1991. In the town of Llandudno, North Wales, United Kingdom. I hope I said that right. I don't know. I usually mess up names and cities and stuff like that, so if I mess it up, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. So, Vernon Reynolds was a married 43-year-old taxi driver with 3 children. Vernon's wife, 39-year-old Denise Reynolds, had recently ended things with Vernon, forcing him to move out of their shared home. Vernon tried desperately to win back Denise, but to no avail. Denise was through with Vernon due to his uncontrollable temper. That, and she had already began dating another man. So clearly, Denise had moved on. Once Vernon learned of Denise's new boyfriend, he became enraged and planned to do something about it to get back at his wife. So I guess she was right about the whole rage thing, uncontrollable temper. Okay, so Vernon had decided that if she wouldn't take him back, he was going to make sure that she wouldn't be able to be with anyone else either. So New Year's Eve arrived, and Vernon headed out to the home the two once shared. Upon arriving, Vernon saw that Denise and his family were throwing a New Year's Eve party, which, shockingly, enraged him even more because he had not been invited. Vernon entered the home and was immediately told by Denise to leave. When he refused to leave, even his own children began insisting that he needed to go and was not wanted there. Well, this angered Vernon even more. So, did he leave? No. He went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife. The guests and his 3 children watched in horror as Vernon stormed out of the kitchen with the knife. Vernon headed straight for his wife and stabbed Denise several times before other family members tried to stop him. This was not successful, as Vernon then began stabbing everyone who got in his way, even his own children. What? Eventually, he had stabbed everyone in the house and headed straight for Denise again. Denise tried to escape the home and staggered towards a nearby neighbor's house, but Vernon caught up to her and knifed her again. After his final stabbing, Vernon calmly walked back to the house and got in his car and drove away. Having not killed anyone else in the house, he left plenty of witnesses to his crime, so it wasn't long before the police were on his trail. Vernon didn't make it very far. The police caught up with him when he was only 10 miles away. Once he saw the police, Vernon decided that he wasn't going to be paying for this crime. As he drove down the country road, he saw another car driving towards him. Vernon sped up and swerved his car straight into the oncoming vehicle. In that car were 3 young men: 24-year-old Robert Jones, 21-year-old Erwin Roberts, and 18-year-old Brian Lee Roberts. The 3 men were returning home after attending a New Year's Eve party. Unfortunately, all 3 men died instantly. I mean, at least it was instant. They didn't go through pain. But still sad. Okay. Vernon, on the other hand, did not die. He was trapped in his car due to the strong impact of the crash. Vernon did die a short time later while waiting to be cut out of the vehicle by rescuers. Vernon ended up killing 4 people that New Year's Eve and injuring 5 others. Afterwards, a fellow taxi driver who worked with Vernon had this to say: "He was a fairly quiet character. His wife had gone off with someone else and made it clear Vernon wasn't welcome in his own home. I would never have thought he would do anything like this, but it had hit him terribly hard." I mean, yikes. Like, I understand being angry at your wife wanting to divorce you and her moving on and stuff, but really? And like, he stabbed everyone at the party. Everyone, even his own children. Like, yes, she was right to leave him at the beginning due to his temper and rage issues, clearly. But then to purposely, like, crash into a car and kill 3 more people, just, that's awful. It's so sad. I feel so bad for his children, just awful. Not a very nice way to enter the new year, But anyway, I thought that was an interesting story, and it was one of the only true crime stories I could find for New Year's. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed that, and I really hope that you have a good New Year's. No true crime involved. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.